Welcome to New Directions in Leadership. Today we're taking you on a journey to the harsh desert planet of Arrakis, the setting of Frank Herbert's epic science fiction novel Dune. Now you might be thinking, what can a story about giant sandworms and psychic powers teach me about leadership? Well, get ready to have your assumptions challenged, because Dune, both the book and the recent film adaptations, is a treasure trove of leadership lessons as relevant today as they were when the story first gripped readers decades ago. Today we will explore leadership insights from the movie Dune, 2021, and its upcoming sequel, Dune Part 2, 2024. Picture this. You're the head of House Atreides, tasked with taking over Arrakis, a planet more dangerous than a black hole's event horizon. That's the situation Duke Leto Atreides finds himself in. Talk about a high-stakes gamble. The decision to take control of Arrakis is a prime example of calculated risks leaders take. It's a cosmic crapshoot, with the fate of an entire house hanging in the balance. Leaders often face situations with incomplete information, relying on gut, advisors, and risk assessment. Risk isn't to be avoided entirely. The universe rewards bold action but demands careful consideration.
The decision to take control of Arrakis was not made lightly. It was a calculated risk for the future of House Atreides.
Now let's talk about Paul Atreides, the young heir thrust into this maelstrom of political intrigue and desert danger. Paul's journey is a masterclass in emotional intelligence. Imagine being a teenager suddenly burdened with the weight of an entire house's destiny, experiencing visions of the future that would make Nostradamus jealous. He learns to control his emotions, to harness his unique abilities, and to understand the motivations of those around him. That, my friends, is emotional intelligence in action.
I had to learn quickly. My visions were both a gift and a curse, but they taught me to control my emotions and understand the people around me.
Let's shift our focus to the Bene Gesserit, the enigmatic sisterhood with their fingers in every galactic pie. Their long-term planning and genetic manipulation make them the ultimate chess masters of the Dune universe. They've been playing the long game for centuries, and that's a lesson in strategic foresight that we can all learn from. Think about it. They've been breeding bloodlines for generations, all to achieve their goals. Now, I'm not saying we should all start manipulating genetics, but the principle remains the same. Leaders need to be able to anticipate future trends, identify potential challenges, and position their organizations for long-term success. It's about having a vision that extends beyond the next quarter or the next election cycle. It's about thinking generations ahead, just like the Bene Gesserit, and making decisions that will benefit not just the present, but also the future.
Our plans span centuries. We see beyond the immediate and prepare for the future, ensuring the survival and success of our order.
One of the most compelling aspects of Paul's journey is his relationship with the Fremen, the fierce desert warriors of Arrakis. He doesn't just see them as tools to be used or resources to be exploited. He treats them with empathy and compassion, earning their trust and loyalty in the process.
Paul's example reminds us that leadership is not about wielding power over others, but about empowering those around you. It's about understanding their perspectives, their values, and their aspirations.
Just like a scientist approaches a new discovery with curiosity and an open mind, a leader should approach their team with the same level of respect and understanding. When you lead with empathy, you create a more inclusive and supportive environment where everyone feels valued and heard. Speaking of empowering others, let's talk about Chani, the skilled Freeman warrior who becomes Paul's trusted ally and eventually something more. Chani is a natural leader within her community, respected for her fighting prowess, her knowledge of the desert, and her unwavering loyalty.
She's a prime example of how leaders should identify and empower potential leaders within their own ranks. Just as a star's brightness is amplified within a constellation, individual talents shine even brighter when given the opportunity to lead.
Delegating tasks, sharing responsibilities, and fostering a culture of mentorship are all crucial aspects of empowering followers. It's about recognizing that leadership is not a solo act, but a collaborative effort where everyone has a role to play. Dune is a story filled with high-stakes decisions, and moments of intense pressure. Whether it's Paul facing off against a deadly sandworm or Duke Leto navigating the treacherous waters of imperial politics, the characters are constantly tested. And that's the reality of leadership, isn't it?
We're often called upon to make difficult choices, sometimes with limited information and under immense pressure.
But just like an astronaut piloting a spacecraft through a meteor shower, a leader needs to remain calm, assess the situation, and make the best possible decision with the information available.
It's about trusting your instincts, relying on your training, and having the courage to act decisively, even in the face of uncertainty. Learning from failure, the fall of House Atreides.
The downfall of Duke Leto Atreides is a stark reminder that even the most well-intentioned leaders can make mistakes that can have devastating consequences. Leto's failure to fully grasp the extent of the conspiracy against his house ultimately leads to his demise.
But failure, as we all know, is not the end. It's an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to come back stronger. Just like a scientist analyzes data from a failed experiment, a leader should examine the circumstances that led to a setback, identify areas for improvement, and adjust their strategies accordingly. The key is to not be afraid of failure, but to embrace it as a stepping stone on the path to growth and success. Utilizing diverse talents, strength in unity. One of the things that makes House Atreides so formidable is the diverse range of talents within its ranks. You've got Duncan Idaho, the swordmaster, Gurney Halleck, the weapons expert, and Dr. Yue, the cunning Sook doctor. Each individual brings their unique skills and perspectives to the table, making the whole greater than the sum of its parts. It's a powerful reminder that diversity is not just a buzzword, but a strategic advantage. When you bring together people from different backgrounds with different experiences and ways of thinking, you create a more innovative and adaptable team. Just like the vast array of celestial bodies that make up our universe, a diverse team is full of potential, just waiting to be explored. Chapter 9: Navigating Political Landscapes, a Game of Thrones and Sandworms. The world of Dune is a political minefield, with houses vying for power, the Emperor pulling strings from the shadows, and the Spacing Guild controlling interstellar travel. It's a dangerous game where one wrong move can have dire consequences. But just like a seasoned diplomat navigating a treaty negotiation, a leader needs to be able to navigate complex political landscapes, building alliances, anticipating threats, and always staying one step ahead. It's about understanding the motivations of those around you, recognizing the power dynamics at play, and using your influence strategically to achieve your goals. Remember, in the game of power, knowledge is your shield, and diplomacy is your weapon. Chapter 10: Inspiration and Vision, Paul's Call to Destiny. Paul Atreides is more than just a leader. He's a messianic figure, inspiring the Freemen with his vision of a better future.
He doesn't just command their loyalty, he earns it through his actions, his empathy, and his unwavering belief in their cause.
And that's the power of a true leader, the ability to inspire and motivate others to achieve a common goal. It's about articulating a vision that resonates with people, a vision that speaks to their hopes, their dreams, and their aspirations. Just like a star lights up the night sky, a leader's vision can illuminate the path forward, guiding their followers towards a brighter future. Chapter 11: Sustainability and Stewardship, the fragile ecosystem of Arrakis. Arrakis, for all its harshness, is a planet of delicate balance. The spice, the lifeblood of the galaxy, is inextricably linked to the sandworms, the giant creatures that rule the desert. It's a powerful reminder that we are all stewards of our environment, responsible for preserving it for future generations. Leaders, in particular, have a responsibility to consider the long-term impact of their decisions, not just on their organizations, but on the world around them. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, ensuring they have the resources they need to thrive, a leader should strive to create a sustainable future where economic growth goes hand in hand with environmental responsibility. It's about recognizing that we are all part of an interconnected ecosystem and that our actions have far-reaching consequences. Outro: The journey continues. As we leave the sands of Arrakis and return to the familiar comfort of our own world, let's carry with us the leadership lessons we've gleaned from this epic tale. These insights from the film adaptations emphasize the multifaceted nature of leadership, and the importance of vision, adaptability, and ethical decision-making in leading effectively. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the leadership lessons of Dune. Stay tuned for more insights and discussions on new directions in leadership.